Just jumping on here. Don't know if anybody's even going to watch this or not. Really had nothing planned for tonight. Lost a tire. I'm going to actually let this go for a minute, see if anybody jumps on. But real quick, yeah, lost a tire. Heck. What time was it? About 2 o'clock this afternoon. It's now right about 7 o'clock. So I really just decided to do this for the hell of it. Figure come hang out with you guys for a little bit while they're fixing a tire. I think they literally just pulled up. It's been probably about 5 hours since we called for breakdown, but you know what? It's been one of those years. So I don't know if I can see. If you guys want to say anything, say hi. Like I said, I had nothing planned for tonight, and I was just sitting here a minute ago, and hey, you know what? I'll just go live. See, hang out with you guys for a little bit. Figure pass a little bit of time while we get this tire fixed. So I'm back in a spare truck again. You guys will see that on the next vlog. My truck made it a load, and it derated again, and it's back in the shop. So now I'm back in another one of these CX6 trailers, and we're just trying to make a couple bucks out here. But yeah, so far this year it's not been a fantastic start. I will say that. Making good money, but we're not. I'm waiting to see if this guy walks up next to me. He just pulled in behind me. The TA did. Yeah, it hasn't been a fantastic start of the year, but like I said, we're making money. We're not having issues doing that. We got good loads. Just my truck just got a glitch in it, and I'm telling you, it will not stay running. So far, what it's continually done has gone about 150 to, well, most of it's been right at about 150 miles, and it drops a check engine light, and then it's derated within about another 100 miles after that, and it's back in the shop again. So this last time it didn't have to go into. If any of you guys can, if you guys can hear me well enough, just give me a thumbs up or something. The truck's running because I've been sitting here long enough. It started up on its own. The battery must have been going dead. But this time what I was able to do was I was down in Chattanooga, and the truck derated, and I got it pulled into one of the rest areas. Did a regen. It made it about halfway through it. Overheated the DPF system, so shut that down, let it cool off, and once everything cooled down on the truck, it started it back up. Did the regen. It regened, and then I limped it back up to the dealership. Not the same one it's been going to. So hopefully this next one will actually get it fixed. But yeah, it's been. I got the truck out of the shop originally. They did some updates on it. I got it originally right after Christmas. I made 1 week of runs on it, and then it derated. And 3 weeks in a row after that, I would get it back, it would derate. I'd get it back, it would derate. I'd get it back, it would derate. Then I ran the load that you guys saw, that 10-car load. Oh no, you had. Yeah, I posted that 10-car load. So you guys saw that 10-car load, and then it turned around and derated again, and now I'm back in a spare truck. I got a video that'll be coming up in the next day or two. The load that I took down to Florida on this truck, and then the guy's pulling up next to me. I just want to see what he's doing. The guy in the TA, he keeps like going with the truck back and forth across the back end of my trailer. I don't know what he's attempting to do back there because he's not lighting up the side that the tire's on. But either way, guys, if you got any questions for me, ask away in the comments. Like I said, I really had nothing planned tonight. I don't really know how this is going to go. It's just kind of threw it out here so I can hang out with you guys, see what's happening on your neck of the woods. For us, like I always say, if you're looking to get into car hauling, put an application in over here at United Road. We're looking for a lot of drivers, and we're looking for a ton of drivers right now. We got absolutely a massive amount of work. It's just getting the drivers that. Hang on, buddy. Sorry, I got my dog with me. She rode with me today. Yeah, we're looking for drivers. If you guys are looking to get into car hauling, by all means, put an application in, and we'll see what we can get you on over here. Let's see. Does United Road pay well broke down like the union guys get? Yes, we do. We get breakdown pay. It's usually a day rate. Like this right here isn't gonna pay me anything for a tire. I don't have too many tires go. This is only my second one ever in a little over 2.5 years of working here. So we don't get to pay for a tire, but like with the trucks in the shop, yeah, you get breakdown pay. And usually if the truck's going to be down for a day or two, they'll just get you a rental car, get you back into another truck, a spare truck if you want to take it. Actually, I think you're supposed to take it. I don't know. That kind of depends on your terminal if you have to take a spare truck or not. Can't answer that one 100%. Our terminal, it's more of an option, and as you can tell, I normally take the spare truck because I'm money hungry and I can't sit around at home and not work. So I turn around and get a spare truck anytime they offer one. But as for breakdowns, I other than this year, I haven't really ever had much of anything. Just a little check engine light here or there, plug in, take care of it. Nothing too major so far. This year, I think when they updated the truck, turning the AC on just a tad. If that's really annoying, let me know. I'll click it back off. This year, I think it's just some sort of glitch in one of the updates that they put in. Something's not talking to... Stay bud. Something's not talking to another sensor, and it's just it keeps derating. The shop that it's in now, I love the shop. It's Worldwide Equipment there in Johnson City, Tennessee. They've always done, when I owned my own trucks, they took care of all of our maintenance or all of our major repairs, and they are a top-notch shop. They're technically a Volvo shop, that one specifically, because it's not a dealership, but they do have Peterbilt technicians, and they can work through on your warranty work and stuff like that. Like I said, they've always done me great, so hopefully, fingers crossed, this is the last time that truck breaks down. And if it does break down again, I'll obviously let you guys know. I haven't hauled for 20 years. What happened to using chains for tying down the vehicles? Okay, that went away probably close to, I'd say, 8 to 10 years ago, almost completely. You're allowed to, trucks, I'm pretty sure you're allowed to chain down. I don't have any chains on my trucks anymore. I guess the biggest reason that they went away from the actual chain tie downs is a lot of these manufacturers just seem to not want to put those. Oh, my dog's bumping my little camera thing here. You hungry, bud? Sorry, I got multiple things going on. But yeah, they just, I guess they just don't want to reinforce the frames the way they used to. A lot of them gone to the unibody style frame, and I don't exactly know when they went to that, but it seemed like once that became very prevalent in SUVs and well, it's been that way for cars, but a lot of your lighter SUVs, the tie downs just seem to have gone away, and now we just use straps, I guess. I don't have that much of a problem with straps other than chains. I never had chains come undone the way I have straps fall off tires while you're driving. It happens every so often with the tires. I'm not a huge fan of that portion of it, but I mean, it is what it is. And my dog just made a mess. Messing your food up, girly. Sorry. Hang on 1 second. Be with you in 10 seconds here. Alright, I'm back. My dog just knocked her food bowl over. But yeah, I mean, the straps are fine. I know chaining was easier when you were doing like 10 car loads and things like that. It would make life a lot easier. You wouldn't have the bounce that you get with the straps. But now that I'm so used to it, been using them 6-7 years, I don't have a problem with the straps anymore. Let's see what else we have. Besides the room on the tractor for loading, you prefer a day cab over sleeper? Does trip planning get crazy with finding hotels? Okay, yes, I prefer a day cab. Mostly because I like loading 10. Empty decks, empty checks. So I try to load. Is this guy walking up to me? Nope. I try to load 10 units as often as possible. So now that I'm in a quick loader, having the ability to put 4 on the tractor, yeah, I like the day cab. In the very beginning, finding hotels did kind of suck, but it doesn't really bother me anymore. I have like 65, 70 hotels saved on the Google Maps app. So what you do is every time you find a decent hotel that you like staying at in an area that you run, you just save it. So that way it builds up over time, and then like now, unless I'm running like out into Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, that direction up into Kansas. Oh, hang on. What's going on?
I had to get situated.
I hear you.
Our air hose is on the back, right inside of the truck.
Girly.
On the back right side of the truck. So when I was pulled up, it was just damn a foot too short. So I had to turn around in the middle of the damn on-ramp.
I saw that back there.
And then the cop pulls up, and I'm like,
oh, is there a state trooper back there?
Well, he seen me doing it. I think he knew what I was doing.
Oh.
So he just went on, but I thought I was screwed there. Your outside tire, waiting on my TSA to contact your company to get approval for it.
Okay.
I got a measurement on it.
Yeah, I called them. They said that that was probably going to be what they had to do, but so yeah, as soon as they get a hold of the breakdown,
yeah,
that's kind of what I figured.
Yeah, but whenever she calls me back, I'll just on the tire. So.
All right, no problem. I appreciate it.
No problem, brother.
Yeah, have a good one.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so just he's obviously doing my tire. I don't know if you heard any of that or not. But yeah, as for the hotels aren't bad at all. I will say, if you're gonna run like that, Cinnamon, sit. If you're gonna run like that, try to start early in the day. It's much easier to get into a hotel at like 4 to 6 o'clock in the evening instead of like 7, 8, 9. Just simply because there's not a lot of people in the parking lot at that point in time. So you can get maneuvered, you can get pointed back out. You don't get yourself into the back of a hotel and get caught and have to back around the hotel. I've had to do that time or two. But for the most part, that's kind of what you want to do is just try to start early. Save your hotels once you start running a certain area, and then it becomes pretty easy. Let's see, what else we got? Yes, Thor, it does save on your shoulders. Can you squat the cars with the straps to get them down to height without a problem? With the straps, you're not gonna want to try to squat them down. I mean, that's hard tying. Pulling them on the tire, you might gain a half an inch. I mean, I really don't even attempt it. The way that the trailers are set up now, it seems that even in the high rails and that sort of thing, it's easier to get down to height than back when we had the chain trailers. And a lot of the decking now is bowed up just a hair where it's going to come down over your roof line, and it seems like you can get down to height much easier than when I used to run. Like when I first started, I ran when I started my company, it was my first Stinger was a 98 Freightliner cab over Boydston, and I always had to reef down on the cars in order to get down to height. With these strap trailers now, you just don't seem to have that issue anymore. So I would say that it's not something you got to worry about. Car hauler Charlie, what's going on, buddy? You've been watching my stuff for a long time now. Starting March 9th, thanks for your channel. Glad. Are you starting with United Road, or are you starting with another company? But either way, welcome to car hauling. I'm glad you're getting into it. Like I said, I've said it before many times. This is all I've ever done is haul cars, so I don't know what it's like backing into a dock or throwing lumber or throwing tarps or anything like that on a flatbed. So yeah, that's it's a great industry. United Road. Okay, cool. What terminal are you going to be out of? Are you running East Coast, or you up here in Chi-Town? Whereabouts is that? Because I know you're going to say it, and I know Chi-Town. I've heard it many times. I can't picture it right now. But as for coming over to United Road, yeah, I'm just kind of curious what terminal you're going to be running out of Rhode Island. Oh, okay, yeah, I've talked to you, if I remember correctly. Did I talk to you on email? Because running Rhode Island, you're going to be dealing with like Kevin up there in Selkirk and Newark, New Jersey, the Baltimore area, running up into Chicago. Okay, yeah, I don't do Chicago. I've been there like twice, I think, hauling cars. Mostly, actually, both times I went into Chicago empty. I loaded Ford Explorers out of Chicago there over into Frederick, Maryland. I think both of my loads went into Frederick there. I like that Ford yard. Pretty easy yard, and the money is very good out of that yard. Yeah. Okay, so I talked to you on Facebook. So yeah, I don't know. Have you hauled cars before, or are you brand new? Because I got like 7 or 8 people that have in like the last 2 weeks. I don't know what it is. I've had like 3 people come over to United Road since I've been here doing YouTube, and like in the last 3 weeks, I literally have had probably 8 to 10 people that have reached out that are coming over now. But if you're new here, I don't know Rhode Island itself area. I know like you're gonna see. I don't go north of the Pennsylvania Newark line. That's kind of my cutoff. Okay, so yeah, you ran a 4-car. Yeah, these things are, if you can haul 4, other than getting down to height, these aren't much different. Put a car on the deck, strap it down, move on to the next one, and just keep stacking. Takes a little bit longer to do, but the money's better. But yeah, I don't know, like if you're gonna be running up there, I know they have some big trucks and stuff that are coming out of one of the yards up there. The guy that I think was gonna buy my my Western Star that I have for sale right now, and I haven't heard from him in a couple days. I kind of think he flaked out on that one, but I think he runs up there and he runs mostly like trucks and stuff. But I mean, like the Selkirk yard, I want to say that's Volkswagens. The only reason I know that is my buddy Ronnie that got me here at 2 United Road. He runs up there all the time, and if you try to like really hammer down that Rhode Island, Delaware, Newark, Baltimore area up into New York, over into Massachusetts, and back down that kind of that little area right there, I know there's a lot of money up in that way. Another one of our guys runs out of the Philly yard. I see him quite often. He hauls a lot of Mazdas out of Baltimore as well. He's the only person that I have spoken to that has actually loaded what was it? The little Mazda SUVs. He runs a day cab with a quick loader. He loads 10 of those things on that truck. If I ever get up there and get a load like that, I'm going to try it too, just to say that I've done it. But I haven't been up there in a while, so I can't really say much. Doing some local stuff for Honda to the Lafayette. Okay, so was it the rail yard, if I'm not mistaken? And us to Davisville Port. I don't know that port. I've never heard of Davisville. So I know Lafayette. We have a ton of work up there. I've never hauled any of it. I think we have Hondas in there, and it might be Subarus. I wish I knew it better. Sadly, I don't. Yeah, man, that's the area I run, and just got to the hotel in Newburgh, New York, actually. Okay, I grew up in New York. I grew up over in Rochester. I've been to Newburgh many times. I think there's a Mannheim or an Odessa over there that I used to run out of a lot. In it's Newburgh. I think it's Mechanicsville Auto Auction, if I remember correctly. It's been years since I've been up that way. Okay, the rail yard. Okay, yeah, no, Charlie, I've like I said, I don't go that direction, so I don't know it personally. But yeah, I used to do a lot of I used to run that auction. Man, now I can't think of the name of the dealership in Rochester. It was Auction Direct, if I remember correctly. Anybody in the New York area that knows that, we used to run. I used to run up there. That was when I had my 3-car wedge behind my 1994 International tractor. That one, yeah, I used to run up there, and over and over and over again, I would grab 3 units from Mechanicsville, take them back to Rochester, and then I would grab, when United Road used to have the, man, this is going back a long time ago, used to have the Buffalo Rail Yard, Chrysler's, and I think the dispatcher back then was Jennifer Labooty, if I remember correctly, and if I butchered that name, I'm so sorry. But we're talking like 2009. I would get cars from that Buffalo Rail Yard, take them up to Albany, deliver, reload Mechanicsburg or Mechanicsville, and back, and just go back and forth, like 3 times a week. Didn't make nothing, and it wasn't United Road, and it wasn't that work in general. I was new, a 3-car wedge going from Buffalo to Mechanicsburg. I want to say back in like the 90s was like 90s, and like 2009 was like 90 $30 or so in tolls both directions, and I bet you I was charging $100 a car to go back and forth. Don't make my mistakes, because I did that for like 6 months and ate my shorts on that. Yeah, that good days of learning how to run a company. Let's see. I'm probably gonna butcher your name. Is it Jenko? If I did, I'm sorry. I'm not very good at reading. It took me about 3 to 4 years to become proficient at car hauling. I drove for Cassins. Tough job. Hit a button. Tough job, but very rewarding once you get good at it. Yeah, it did. It took me, probably about 3-4 years to really get the swing of getting good at it. But then again, I'd run like 6-7 months with a 3-car wedge. Then I went out and I bought another 3-car wedge, and like 2 months after that, I bought a 4-car Wally mow. Sold the wedge, bought the Wally mow, ran that for like 4 or 5 months, and then sold the other wedge and bought a 7-car Delavan. You want to learn how to load? I taught myself, get this, on a 1977 Delavan high mount trailer. Hauled 7 cars, and that thing was 96 inches wide. I remember Jeep Grand Cherokees, because we ran them out of Buffalo. That was about as big as we could get under the trailer. We would put 3 1500s across the top, and then 2 Grand Cherokees and a Chrysler 200 on underneath. You can get down to height, because if you know, running I-90, the New York State Thruway, I think the actual height little bars they have are set right at like 1310. So we would get down to height, but yeah, we ran those. But those Grand Cherokees, I knew I was fine on the passenger side if I held my hand on the side of, Yonko. That's how you pronounce it. Okay, I'm sorry. Again, if I butchered names, I apologize. I'm not good at them. But I would set my hand on the outside of the mirror when they're pulled in, and the outside of my glove would just brush the edges of the trailer going down in. And I knew when I backed in or I pulled in, as long as my hand was just barely touching that bar, I had like 2.5 inches on the opposite side of the trailer to get in there. When I got my Boydston, that 98 Freightliner, to me, that was like loading on a freeway. There was a foot of space. You had 6-7 inches on either side. When I first got that trailer, I thought it was the coolest thing ever, because I'm like, it is so easy to get in and out of those trailers. They've been butchering it for 53 years. Yeah, my last name's the same way. Everybody says it differently. It's pronounced Wihlen, but it's spelled Wihlen, Wihlen. Just, yeah, my name's the same way. But let's see. Yeah, United Road does Volkswagen Audis out of Davisville. Okay, cool. Yeah, like I said, I've never been there. I don't know that yard at all. I just not my area. I tend to stay in this West Virginia, Pennsylvania, Ohio, back and forth down to Georgia, and two rounds a week pays off well for me. I like the run. My company strictly hauls new vehicles only. Yes, I'm from Buffalo, Norfolk Southern yard you're talking about. Yep, Norfolk Southern, ran out of there for years. I don't miss it a whole ton. That yard had a ton of damages, which a lot of rail yards do. But there are certain rail yards that are much better than others. That one, the problem with that one was if you had a damage, and I don't know, like I said, it's been 12, 13 years, but you'd have to go up to the tower to let them know about the damage, and it would take them 30 minutes to come out to ever sign off on your damage slip. And when you're hauling $70, $80, $90 vehicles back to like Rochester, that time it killed you. Because we used to try to do when we were in that yard, we would try to do 3 loads Buffalo to Rochester a day, and that was hustling. Yeah, so it's still like that. Hasn't changed at all. Go tell them that you have a damage. Okay, we'll be right out. And 45 minutes later, they finally walk out. Yeah, not. I hated the yard, to be honest. Had to be tight. Yeah, it was. It was a tight trailer. Loved it. Learned a lot on that trailer. Really learned how to haul. That was where we really started finally figuring everything out. And I was running. When we got that trailer, we were doing the rail yard during the off seasons, but then for about 8 months, 10 months out of the year, we were doing snowbirds down to Florida or back up from Florida. It was about 4 or 5 months on either side of the season, and that trailer was the one that I really started making decent money with. It's for me, I miss that trailer and the truck that was in front of it. It was my dad's truck. I bought it for him. It was a 99 Peterbilt 377, the old-fashioned aerodynamic style trucks with the old like Ford plastic square headlights. Nothing pretty about it, but man, that truck, we bought it with like 780,000 miles on it. It was a single axle tractor that we bought for $13,000. That truck did 800,000 miles for my dad. And I don't think it broke anything. And if it did, it was like something minor, like a wheel seal or stuff like that. Other than basic maintenance, that truck never broke down. That trailer, other than we had a pin break on it once in like the 4 years that we ran it, that trailer never broke down. The only reason we ended up getting rid of it was, this is after I moved down to Tennessee. Me and my dad, we were on our way out. I was in my Freightliner. He was in the Peterbilt. We were leaving the Bel Air Auto Auction up there in Belcamp, Maryland. Well, they were in Belcamp. Now they're at another. They're at the new location. But their old location, we were leaving there, coming down that road, and he was stopped at the light, and some lady at like 55 miles an hour just blasted the back of his truck. His trailer fully locked up. They measured. She pushed him. If I remember correctly, it was like 48 or 58 feet down the road, fully loaded. So she destroyed. She was in a Ford Explorer. She hit so hard that it ripped both the passenger side front tire and rear tire off of it, and tore the front passenger door off the front of the SUV. So yeah, totaled that trailer out, and that's when we got into Wally Mo's, and those were fantastic pieces of equipment. We ran those for years. 7-car Wally Mo, hauled 7 cars all the time behind a single axle Peterbilt, getting like 9 miles to the gallon. That was, if I could ever go back to something like that, I mean, that had to have been the absolute best setup ever. Never had an issue with it. So let's see. Connor, I run for URS, got into the new GM dedicated out of Flint, Michigan, 4 2500s or 3500s per load. In a mid-rail sleeper, definitely was challenging in the beginning to make height. Okay, so yeah, I know a couple people that are up there running. One of them is a USAL driver. They're up there doing that. Are you enjoying it? Like, I know, if I remember correctly, he was going like one of his last loads was coming out of that plant and went to like 3 drops with 4 vehicles into California and Oregon, and then would deadhead all the way back, grab another couple car load, and take it back wherever GM wants you to go. Is that the way it is for United Road, or are you in a dedicated lane? Like, are you running a specific area? Also, is it like a 7-day-a-week run, or are you guys just running like the schedule you want to run, and then just every week you're just going back to Michigan there and loading up? Just curious. I don't know anybody that's personally for United Road doing that run. Be safe, brother. I can't say that on YouTube, that I will get my channel will get the algorithm will get banned real quick. It's like saying the little make you cough thing. It'll do the exact same thing to you. It will real quickly not demonetize your channel, but all of a sudden I go from 700-800 views in the first week on a video down to like 50. So I'm not going to cross that line. But yeah, that GM run, I think it's probably a fairly decent run. From what I heard, it pays really well, especially once you get over like that 60 or 65 hour on the week run. That's when it like jumps like $10 a hour in pay or something like that. I just it wasn't offered to me, but then again, the run that I do, I try to, I'm not dedicated, but I like running my same little area that I do my West Virginia. No one wants to run what. Nobody wants to run West Virginia. Personally, I don't have a problem with it. It's a good run, and I make real good money doing it. So let's see. Yes, everything is go to dealers, then deadhead straight back. Just deadheaded from Nashville back to Flint. Yes, when you hit 65 hours, it's very good. Okay. Now, Connor, my only question is, are you, I guess now, if like me, I run pretty much Monday through Friday. Usually park between like 64 and 66 hours. On the week is normally the amount of time that I work. Do you work as much as you want, or do they really want you in the plant 7 days a week? Just out of curiosity, that's if it's worth it. Like the CarMax and Carvana dedicated stuff that we get, I don't ever do it because I can't. I'm not gonna do 7 days a week. That's just the people that can. I mean, I give you credit. I'm glad you guys can, but for me, with my family and that sort of stuff, I'm not gonna do 8 days or 8 days a week. Jeepers, it's been a very long day. But 6-7 day runs, for me, my Monday through Friday, I get my hours in. I'm not one of these guys that only hits 40-50 hours on the week. I get my full, what we are allowed to in these trucks, drive in on the week. I just make sure that I leave out on Friday, and I leave out on Monday, and I'm home Friday. So just curious how that whole thing works out. Let's see what else we got going. So, but yeah, Connor, I will say, getting down to height, I'm guessing because you're in one of these mid rails too. I'm guessing the one on the top front of the trailer, bottom front of the trailer, they're both pulled in, split deck the back axle down behind the rear window of the one down in your belly. I'm guessing that's how you do it. I ran some Toyotas from Newark to Volkswagen, made out pretty good. Okay, yeah. I know we have a ton of Toyotas up there. I don't know the exact number, but I want to say it was on the year. It was a pretty substantial number of Toyotas a year hauled out of Newark there, like 80 or 100,000 cars a year, which is bonkers to me. That could be normal, but if I remember correctly, that was very. I can't imagine running that number of cars being. I had a couple trucks. I didn't have 1,000, 2,000 trucks running the road. So, yeah, they run a lot out of there. Never done. Two West Virginia. I read that wrong. I thought you said two Volkswagen, like you're taking Toyotas out, getting Volkswagens back, sort of thing. West Virginia is a beautiful state. There's nothing out there, but it's a beautiful state. It's still new, but I will do Monday through Saturday morning, take rest of Saturday and Sunday off. Okay, so Connor, are you from up there in Michigan, or did you have to deadhead, or did you come from one of our other terminals to head over that way? Man, that 7-day-a-week stuff is even too much for me, and I don't have any kids or a wife right now either. I'm typically running 6 days with a 34-hour back on them. Okay, so yeah, I run my 14-hour clock down to almost nothing every day, and I think, what's that, 14 is 28, 56. So yeah, I mean, another 14, 56, 66. Oh, that's exactly 70 hours. Hey, look at that. They're kind of smart. I'm doing this 13 years and just realized 5 times 14 was... Just bypass my strange way of thinking. I'm sorry. I don't know why that that never dawned on me. But yeah, I can't do 7 days a week. Again, we got drivers that do. We got drivers that run a month at a time before coming back home. It's just not me. Like I always say, I drive a truck. I'm not a truck driver. So I run literally. This guy walking back up. No. I run. I drive a truck to make a living and support my family, and I want to be home with my family. So yeah, that's why I always say I'm not a truck driver. I'm not one of these guys that runs 6-7 weeks out at a time and then come home for 4 or 5 days and then go do it again. I own a house because I want to be at it. I got a wife because I love her and want to see her. I got kids because I want to hang out with them. I mean, there's just there's no reason for me to stay on the road for long periods of time like that. It's not something for me. So Scott McFarlane, I ran some of those 2500s on a Delavan, the beefy. I was 14.3. Cooper had to have their trucks completely customized to haul 5 of those. Yes, yeah, Cooper, if I remember correctly, they put a special tongue on that dropped the front of the trailer way down, and the bottom decks sat really, really low compared to like what a normal car hauler is, if I remember correctly. Any thoughts on owning your own trucks again? For me, I will never. The only thing that had me thinking that I was possibly going to be owning my own trucks is when they had the shop mandate, and if United Road was going to mandate it, then yes, I was going to buy a truck and just lease it on. But other than that, I have no drive. I absolutely love the stress-free environment that United Road is. And like I've said before, they let us run these trucks as if we're an owner-operator. So or at least my terminal does. So yeah, I have zero drive in ever owning my own trucks. Now, there's a driver that I actually got hired on with, Stefan. He runs his own truck out of Texas, and I was talking to him the other day. He's no longer with United Road. He hired a dispatcher. He's on his own authority and everything, and absolutely making a killing doing it. He has got it figured out, and is, like I said, he's making a fortune. I'm so happy for him. But for me, there's not enough money for me to go back to that stress. The fact that you work 70 hours a week and then come home and have to do 5-10 hours of billing. Then after you're done billing, you have to turn around and fix anything that's wrong with the truck, because you can fix it for $1,500, or you can take it into a shop and have them fix it for $4,000, $5,000. It's just not worth it. Right now, I mean, my truck keeps breaking down. Like I started this off, my truck, the one I drive for United Road, this has got to be the 5th or 6th time it's been in the shop since right after Christmas, and hasn't cost me a dime. I'm not worried about it at all. The only thing that really hurts is I'm losing probably about 1 load a week, just being in a rental car to get onto my next truck, to grab one of these spare trucks and keep running. But yeah, I just nope. I could help people with their company, and you could turn around and make it. Obviously, people do all the time, and good for them. I'm very happy for them. It's just past that point in my life. I have no interest in becoming owner operator or a company owner again, personally. Let's see, Derek. Yeah, I typically push out already loaded on Sunday, hit the hotel near where I'm delivering at work the week, and then I'm back in town by Friday to load the truck and park it again. Okay, so yeah, you got a decent run, and you got it planned out for the most part. That is the best way to do it, in my opinion. I love parking for the weekend with a load on. Just seems like you hit Monday with that $1,800 to $2,500 load sitting there on the ground Monday afternoon, and it's like the whole rest of the week just snowballs into a much better week. I like running that way. Connor, no, I live in Atlanta, run out of Greer. I don't have family, so I don't need to be home. Would it be difficult if you wanted to be home more? Yeah, Greer is that's a long distance, over the road. That's an over the road terminal. Great terminal. I've hauled BMWs out of there. I don't tend to go over there much, which is amazing because they're much closer to me than West Point is. I think Greer's like 2.5 hours from my house. West Point is right about 5.5 to 6, sometimes 8, depending on Atlanta traffic. But yeah, Greer's a great yard. Got great work, but it's just the few guys that I know that run out of there, they tend to be 2 weeks out. I would say most of their stuff is 2, sometimes 3 weeks. Like I talked to a guy that lives in West Virginia, and I think he takes a run from Greer to like Arizona, and then loads up into like St. Louis, Kansas City area, something like that. Then grabs pickups out of Kansas City, heads over to Chicago, grabs Fords out of Chicago, back over to West Virginia. It takes about 2 weeks, and then he stays home for 3 days and right back out. Does it again and again and again. Makes good money. But and he's an older gentleman. He's I think he's when I spoke to him, his kids have all they've all moved out and they're living out on their own, married. He's got grandkids, stuff like that. So he just comes home, helps take care of the animals and things like that. Oh, $5 out of Terrell. Hey, thank you, bud. You're out of Lafayette. Tell me, where do you guys run out of Lafayette? I hear it all the time. I hear about the terminal, and I think Lafayette is not far from Cincinnati. I have to actually look on a map, and I can tell you exactly. I just don't ever get out there. So, what are you guys running out of there? Is it Hondas and Subarus, or is it? Am I mistaken? Is that one of the other yards that's over there, right next to Cincinnati? Let's go on. We're not a Greer. Yeah, same. But first truck backed onto 2 with bed hanging onto number 1, and second and third truck pulled onto the trailer. Fourth truck backed into the trailer just in front of the axle. Second and fourth a hard tie. 13.8 because of shark fin. Oh yeah, I hate those damn shark fins. I don't know like Chevy if it's like Ford. Ford's their little shark fin is just a plastic cap over the top of a flat antenna that's sitting right on the roof. If Chevy's the same way, I don't know why, even Ford, I don't know why you can't just leave that off and have the dealerships just click them in. And make life a hell of a lot easier. But okay, yeah, so your number 1, you said first truck backed onto, okay, so yeah, I took 2500s out of Florida up to Michigan in my first year here at United Road. It was 5 2500s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 2500s up to Michigan. And I think the first one I pulled on, because I asked, because I've never done 5 2500s ever in my life on a single trailer. And I think the first one was pulled on not into the wheel pockets yet. Left that up a little bit and then dropped the deck, that little 48-inch deck behind the cab, dropped that way down, almost framed the thing out. And I think the lowest I could get was about 13.8, 13.9 up to Michigan. And same thing, I used the straps, but I hard tied that one down. And I don't know what I could have done differently. I wonder if I can, if there's a way. No, that's not going to work. Give me 1 second. I'm seeing if I can show you guys a photo. I don't do this enough, so okay, no, it doesn't look like I can. All right, I was gonna say I have a photo on my phone of that load. I've never it's one and only one of those loads I've done. All my other 2500 loads or bigger have all been diesels, so you're only going to get 4 on. You just don't have the weight to get the rest of them on. Alright, Scott McFarland, supposedly Accelerated Services makes very good money, but most of them guys are lease operators. Leasing from a company you work for scares me. I feel like they have you over a barrel. Honestly, I don't know. I've never leased, and honestly, I don't know anybody that works for Accelerated, so I can't even comment on how their stuff is. I do know it looks like most of their drivers purchase or lease the trucks off of them because they're all like the same color or same couple colors. Personally, if it was me, I'm okay with leasing. It just depends on the numbers. But personally, if you have the credit, I would just buy the truck. Even if you're going to lease it and only keep it for 3 years and just keep rolling it over, I would buy the truck myself, get my own financing, and then just lease it onto them and run for 2 or 3 years, and then sell the truck middle of year 2, order your next truck. When your truck comes in, you sell the one that you're in and just keep rolling it. Sell those trucks at like 380,000 miles and just keep them rolling. that's the way I would do it if that's something that I was considering. La 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 la. I gotta go hit the shower, but I like your videos, man. Keep them coming. Be safe. All right, thanks, Derek. He's behind me right now. Finally, he will hopefully get this tire changed shortly because I have like 2.5 hours left on my logs for the day. So, what a waste of a day! I despise these recaps that they're running on some of these trailers. Terrell, purely east, all of Pennsylvania, Maryland, and some of Virginia. Okay, so you can kind of do like I'm guessing like your run, you grab like Lafayette, head over to Pennsylvania. I'm guessing try to get as far over as you can. Maybe grab Kias out of that Philly yard. Grab go back down into Baltimore or Newark. Grab that stuff, head back west, and just kind of go back and forth. Is that the kind of run that you try to do out of there? I mean, if I was up there, that's probably what I would try to do. Just curious. I learned things from you guys because some of these yards that you guys haul out of, I just don't. So it's just not an area that I run. 22 years ago, good week for Cassins was about 3K running out of Avon Lake, Ohio to the East Coast, New York City, Philly. What's the pay like these days? Okay. Yeah, the pay in car hauling has really fallen off a cliff. I remember my dad would run for a company called Prescott Motors. It's no longer around anymore, but they would run Rochester, New York to Manheim, Pennsylvania. He would do a part-time, like 2 loads a week. And the thing was is he would go to, and now we're aging me because I don't even know if these dealerships are around anymore, but Dorschel's up in Rochester, they would grab a full load. They'd have 30, 40 cars sitting out back. A dealership would just say, grab 9 or 10 of whatever you want. So he'd just pull in the back, grab 9 or 10, take them to Manheim, drop them off. They were all lease turn-ins. And then they'd have the car pullers down there. All the cars would be pulled, load back up, come straight back. He'd make like $2,000, like $1,500 to $2,000 just doing that on the weekends. And he owned his own company. But this is when I was much younger, and he would do that on the weekends here or there. And yeah, the money is not anywhere near the same as what it used to be. I think it's going to get much better here real quickly. And it's just an opinion of mine. We have a lot of dry van and reefer work that is all of a sudden, like very recently, starting to pay like what car hauling's making, that 120K a year range. They're paid almost exactly the same. And I think car hauling is going to hurt real quickly here with a lot of drivers. Turning around and booking it back to dry van and reefer work, just simply because car hauling is not easy. You're walking around, the damages with cars, the having to load them and everything. I think you're going to have a lot of drivers that are going to jump ship, and that's not a United Road thing. I think that's all car hauling companies. So I think either things are going to crash and car hauling is going to slow down to where they're not going to need the drivers, or if it stays super busy, I don't see how I don't see how people are going to stay. A lot of drivers that are making that like $1,500 a week range are going to stay hauling cars unless they have a love for it like I do. They're going to move on into other forms of trucking and make the money over there. I think all companies, United Road, Cassins, Jack Cooper, Virginia, USAL, Moore, Midwest. I mean, I know I'm missing some, but I think they're all going to be hurting real shortly here for drivers. I think that's going to be something we're going to have to really pay attention to, and you never know, maybe we're going to be making 130, $140,000 very shortly here. Fingers crossed. Wanted to thank you for the instructional videos on how to load units and other videos. Hey man, that's mostly what I do. I guess for me, I'm not one of these comedian style YouTubers that make a lot of joking, funny videos that catch your attention. I tend to do much more teaching style videos, and I'm glad you like them because I enjoy making them. That's my personality. I try to help out the best I can. That's more of who I am, I guess. I wish I could do the funny videos and the TikToks and all that, where they're real catchy, 2, 3, or then they catch your attention in like that first couple seconds. It's just, I guess that's just not me. But yeah, we'll see. Ohio from, oh, you run Ohio from LA, Louisiana, or Los Angeles? I'm guessing you're saying Louisiana, but, or Lafayette. Jeez, I'm having a day. You run Ohio from Lafayette back and forth. Okay, yeah. You stay local then, for the most part. You do pretty good running that stuff. Yes, go over then. Grab out of the Philly or the Baltimore. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. But yeah. Let's see. When do you think self-driving trucks will take over? Honestly, never. I don't think self-driving trucks are going to take over. Reason being, I think they're going to start, and there's going to be a lot more self-driving trucks. I think locally, a lot of local stuff, they will start to take over. I don't think coast to coast. It's going to, at least not for the next 10 to 15 years. The reason I say this is my thought is what's going to happen is you have Tesla that runs, they have self-driving cars. And I think Tesla has accidents, and I don't know exactly what causes them when they run a stop sign, or I think one like a year ago ran into like a Boston barrier in a construction zone. They have accidents, and their accidents kill 1 or 2 people. I think the first time a self-driving truck comes barreling into a toll booth and hits like 15 parked cars and wipes out 30 people, I think that is the absolute end of self-driving trucks in the foreseeable future. Now, you're talking like 2040, 2055. Yeah, 100%. Self-driving trucks will be here, and those trucks, I think your dry-van work, your generic flatbed work, and your reefer work will be gone. 100%. As soon as they can turn around and put magnets into the parking lots, and that self-driving truck can back into a dock as soon as it needs to, someone comes out, unhooks the trailer, the thing drives off, backs into another trailer, someone's over there, the same person goes over there with it, hooks your airlines and stuff up, and the truck leaves. That will be here, but I think your cars, your oversized, your tanker work, your specialized work, I don't think that ever goes away. I think anything that you have to have a driver, or you have to have someone there to load or unload, I think at that point, self-driving trucks aren't going to make it into that end of the industry. So you're going to need to specialize yourself in something. Heavy haul, like I said, oversized loads, your tankers, your car haulers, things like that. Those type of work, that type of work's not going to go away, because you got to think about it. Do you honestly think dealerships are going to hire somebody that can offload a car hauler. Or these rail yards are going to have guys there loading car haulers and then walking up and slapping a button on the side of it and the truck just leaves. Or at the plants. I mean, you're talking a lot of specialized training that's needed. So I think those kind of jobs will stick around, whereas the easier ones where you're just backing into a Walmart and going on to the next one, I think that stuff will go. Your first companies that are going to do it are probably going to be your UPSs, your FedEx, your Walmarts, your Cisco's, your those type of delivery companies. I think will absolutely turn around and move into driverless trucks at some point. But like I said, the first major accident, I think you're going to almost bankrupt the company. You just had, who was it? Landstar. If I remember correctly, I think I read the article. One of their drivers hit and killed a lady down in Texas, and they just landed like a $700 or $800 million lawsuit. The family of that lady did. I don't see how that's going to. I don't see how many companies are going to be able to make it through an accident like that. God forbid it ever hit a school bus or a hockey team or something like that. Let's see. I have missed a lot of comments. I'm going to scroll up for a second. Hang on. Yes, go over to Baltimore Yard. Self-driving trucks. TJZ25, thanks for your content, bro. You're welcome. I'm glad you're watching it. Other video, you said you were doing 22K by your third week. Are you still banging that out? For the most part, we do. I tend to do. I average. My average, I guess, work is. I tend to be on the low end, like 28,000 on the month, up to around like 35,000 on the month. Now I know I was talking to a guy the other day that's doing like 42,000 a month here at United Road. He's killing it. Same thing. He does the same thing I do, 5 days a week. So it's very possible. It's just developing a run and a routine. You can absolutely you can absolutely make 22K by your third week pretty easily. You just I would say unless you're a local guy, because local guys, unlike something like me, that I tend to be regional, literally 50% of your revenue or your driving is deadhead, where mine is probably less than 20% of my entire week is deadhead miles. Like this last load out of Florida, I did like 400 and change back up to West Point. There's just not much out of Florida to run, so I got a fantastic load going down, but coming back out, I knew going in that I have to make the money going in, because I'm going to probably deadhead back out. Sometimes we can get some CarMax or Carvana work out of Florida, but it's not very common for me anyways. They will do construction sites, etc., but it's hard to do. When they can have cars interacting with the trucks / cars, when they can make that universal, it will be. Yeah, I can see that. When pretty much we are no longer driving cars, whether it's a Ford, GM, Mercedes, I mean, any of them. When all cars are interacting together in that aspect, yes, I would say the trucks being automated will get much more likely. And even car hauling, I guess it would probably be an automated truck. But you're going to have, like, we'll have to sit in the seat and go to these dealerships to offload or whatever. I guess that they could probably work it out. I just think it would be a lot longer to do something like that than it is like a dry-van truck. Thanks for chatting. Have a great night. You too, sir. more pay is a must. Everything else is climbing, but car hauling for sure. Just spent 2 hours out in the pouring rain loading in Louisville this morning. Okay, I'm guessing you just loaded out at the Toyota yard up there. I took a load out of there 2 weeks ago. Fantastic load down to Jacksonville, Florida. And yeah, I do think car hauling is going to have to come up because car hauling is a very specialized type of work. I can't see where they're going to be able to have they're going to be able to keep somebody that is hard to come by, as in like car haulers in general. To train someone that doesn't know it is extremely expensive. You first have, these are numbers off the top of my head, I'm guessing United Road is probably spending between $10,000 and $20,000 getting a driver into the seat of a truck by themselves. So from the point of never driving a car hauler before until the day they go on their own, I would say they're probably between $10,000 to $20,000 in expenses. Then on top of that, you have a new car hauler is going to damage stuff. It is inevitable. Experienced car haulers like myself have damages from time to time. 90% of the time it's we didn't catch something or a strap falls off and the hook dangles on the side of a car. I'd say that's the majority of our damages. But a new car hauler, they are going to forget to pin something and a deck's going to come down on a car, or get close enough that car bounces into that deck while it's driving, or you're going to have a new car hauler that's going to have two decks too close to each other and the car is going to bounce into it, or bumpers are going to be too close, they're going to rock into each other, or you got a pivoting deck and you got a bumper here and a bumper here and they just happen to raise it up too much and crunch. It's going to happen with a new car hauler, and I can't see how you can just let car haulers, all companies, in the near future, just jump into all these other trucks, and you're going to lose all these drivers. You're going to spend millions trying to get good car haulers again. I think, in my opinion, it's going. The rates are going to have to come up. Either you're going to go from making 25% of the load to 35% of the load, or they're going to. Oh wow! Thank you. It didn't show me your whole name, but I'm guessing it's Joseph. Thank you for that. I greatly appreciate that. That's going to go a long way to buying some new stuff for this YouTube channel. Gosh, I lost my train of thought. Sorry. Where was I going with? Oh, yeah, I can't see where car haulers are going to, where the companies can just allow 20-30% of their drivers to go back into a different type of trucking. And it'll be too expensive. It'll be cheaper to pay better than it will be to retrain and redevelop a car hauler. Now, I could be wrong, and again, it's my opinion, but I just personally can't see where they can allow that to go that way. And this isn't a United Road thing. This is just all the car hauling companies out here as a whole. So let's go. So that was Ryan's comment. Dude, I picked up at West Point today. These 18 wheels. Where were you picking up? When were you down there? Because I pulled out of there at 8:30 this morning. So there's a good possibility you might have been there when I was. And where are you taking that load to? Are you heading out? Are you hauling a United Road load and heading back out west? Are you with another company? Just curious. Ants Transport. Hey man, what's going on? Your home every reset. Yes. Yes. I have a personal rule that if I have to do a reset on the road, for me, it is either you gave me a huge paying load, like a $7,000 to $10,000 load, that if I put it on and get it delivered this weekend, yeah, I'll stay out for that. I'm going to make a $14,000, $18,000 a week. Yep. I will handle a stay out week for that. But for the most part, I probably stay out for a 34 once a quarter. About every 3 or 4 months, I would say I get caught out, and I like the way my run works. I got a great run, but my dispatcher knows that don't plan on me staying out. I will kill it, but I go home, and my thing is okay. So let's say I do decide to stay out. What are you gonna get? You're already getting your full 70 hours pretty much from me on a 5-day work week. So if I stay out, I'm only going to be between 2 and maybe 6 hours farther down the road. It's not worth it for me. None of my loads are 6 hours away. So even 10 hours, I'm not going to get any more cars on the ground. And really, what am I going to do? Stay out away from my family for maybe 1 to 2. Here you go. I got just money. Y'all don't have to donate at all, but like I said, I greatly appreciate it. But don't ever think that you have to donate to my channel. I do this because nobody taught me when I first started, and I wish I would have had someone that would have done this for me that I'm trying to do for you guys. I hope it's great, and I hope it works out well. But yeah, I'm not obviously doing YouTube for the money, because it's a lot of work for not a ton of money. But yeah, don't ever think that you guys have to donate. I do it because I love doing this. Dang, I lost my train of thought again. Y'all surprising me with this stuff. Let's go back home. Okay, it's the home time. Yeah, I'm not gonna get another load on, and if I stay away from my family for 2 weekends a month, I literally cut 50% of my family time a year out for probably 2 extra loads a month. Because you got to think, if I drive that 6 hours, I might get I might get within 4 hours of my next load. So Monday, or so when my 34 is up, I go 4 hours, deliver, and then I deliver back south and run that. So I got 1 extra load in that 2-week time frame. It's 2 loads a month. For me, it's not worth it. Obviously, for a company like United Road, that's huge. I mean, let's say they're a pair of $2,500 loads at so $5,000 a month extra times, let's say 1,000 trucks. So that's what, 5,000 times 1,000. That's what, $5 million a month extra. Yeah, I understand. That's huge money for them. But my family's home time is much more important than an extra couple bucks is ever going to be. Let's go. Are damages covered by United Road? Yes and no. We get a safety bonus, which is 1% of everything we've hauled in the previous 6 months, and damages come out of that. For me, I guess my last damage that I had was a rear window back in like August, September. I had a stone come up. I turned around and offloaded the bottom of my trailer, dropped the top deck down, get to my next stop, which was offloading the rest of them. When I got there, the back window of an Acadia was just blown out. I think a tire just flipped the stone up, took the back window out. That cost me a couple $100, like $150, $200 out of my safety bonus. But so yeah, they cover it, but it comes out of your bonus. So you do end up paying for it in a way, but I guess like United Road would cover it if it's like a $4,000 or $5,000 damage. I think. I don't know for certain. Maybe they will. If you do a $3,000 damage and you get $2,000 in your normal safety bonus, they're going to take your $2,000 out of this 6-month bonus and $1,000 out of the next. They could, I guess, but I don't know for certain if that's what they do. That is above my pay grade, and I've never had it happen. Knock on wood. We're going to try to make sure I never have a multiple $1,000 damage. So let's see. How do you like sleeping in the sleeper? It's fine. I spent 10 of my 13 years in a sleeper. I have no problem sleeping in a sleeper. It is what it is. I personally like the hotels better. Not to go that direction, but your shitter is across the room, not across the parking lot. So when you got to go in the middle of the night, it's right there. I will say I personally like the hotels, but I cook all my food. I bring food with me on the week to cook every night for dinner, and I always cook extra so I have something for lunch the next day. Saves me a fortune out here. Like my family, we raise meat chickens and regular chickens for eggs. But we order, I buy a full cow every year. Farmer down the road from me, the Keller family, we buy a cow off them every year. And then I just got connected with, because I was going to buy some pigs this year and put them on our property. But I just got connected with a farmer that also does pasture pigs. So they're not just cooped up in a pen. They're out on pasture, and we're gonna buy 2 pigs from him this year. So usually when I leave out on a Monday, I bring a steak with me every Monday. Actually, 2 steaks. I bring 2 steaks with me every Monday. So Monday night when I get parked, I cook both steaks. The next day for lunch, I make extra mashed potatoes or a pasta side or something to go with it, and then I just put that in a baggie. I cut the steak up and literally just put it all in a Ziploc baggie. Mashed potatoes, pasta, steak, all of it, just mixed it right in, and I eat it that way. And I turn around and just that's my lunch the next day. Take that baggie, go into the pilot or whatever, warm it up, take it back out to the truck. That's lunch, saves me money. Then usually Tuesday night, taco night, I will go to a Walmart, pick up some ground beef, and I got taco seasoning, and I'll usually pick up cheese and sour cream, stuff like that. And then I make 2 pounds of tacos, and that is Tuesday night's dinner, Wednesday's lunch, Wednesday night's dinner. And then Thursday and Friday, if I have time, I will. That's usually I'm getting to that end of the week and I'm starting to really rush. So if I have time, I will go into a Walmart, buy something to eat. Sometimes like a salmon steak or some sort of fish. But most of the time, Thursday and Friday, I think if I have it here, I always have that canned chicken. It's not very good, but I always have 2 4-packs of those with me at all times. And for me, that's always been like a safety thing. You ever run out of food, you got plenty there, get you a couple days. So I'll make one of those usually on a Thursday. That's dinner Thursday night, and then I carry a loaf of bread with me, which I have sitting up here because my dog's my passenger seat. So I got my container that normally carries all my food. I got that in the back. I'll eat sandwiches usually Thursday afternoon, Friday. That's dinner, and then I try to get home Friday night. And my wife usually has something made: spaghetti, lasagna, some sort of pasta. She loves pasta. Let's see. I'm sure I missed a ton of comments. I know you prefer day cab. Yes, I do. Thanks, Ants. Love you too, man. Yeah, bro. That's why I thank you. Your content is really good. I appreciate that, man. I do try. I know, like I said, I'm not that entertaining creator. I just try to really just teach, just give information that might help you guys the way I wanted it. $100 will give you amnesia. Yeah, it absolutely would. It absolutely does. That I'm a one track mind. So when my mind gets on something, I have to run with that thought to the end, or it's gone. And if I get distracted at all, that whole little squirrel kind of thing, yeah, I will lose my train of thought, and I am absolutely gone with whatever I was thinking. Sleepers aren't bad. I've been taking baby wipe showers lately. Yeah, I've done that. It sucks, especially when you get sweaty and you can't get to a shower. That sucks, and then you get all excited because you're going to that truck stop. You're gonna get that nice shower. You know that truck stop that has a good shower in the area that you run. You pull in there and you see that sign up on the door that says no hot water, shower's broken, whatever, and you're like, oh crap. I hate those days. I don't miss it. I'm telling you, I like my hotels. Not only is it nice, if I really need to, I can Uber Eats something to the hotel, get it delivered, but just the ability to jump in and take a shower as soon as you walk into your room, and I take a shower at night and get just the day off me, but in the morning, I don't know if you heard that. My truck just tried to shut off. I guess it hit its limit here. But in the morning, I take a shower every morning. It's how I wake up. Even when I'm at home, I like to just get up, jump in the shower, and just that's like my pre-coffee. But before my cup of coffee in the morning, that's what I do. But that's when I shave my head, and you can tell I've been on the road, and yeah, it's starting to grow back in, but I'm balding, so a couple more years I won't have to worry about shaving the top of my head. It'll just be the sides. Yeah, sleepers are fine. They're nice because you can run to the very, very last minute. That wasn't a good sound. I had to tap the throttle to get the truck to stay on. But yeah, like I said, the sleeper's nice because you can almost always work to the very last minute of the day. Hell, you can pull into a car dealership, offload, and sleep right there in the parking lot. I've never had a dealership yell at me for that. I think I had a Mercedes dealership security guard one night in Florida yell at me. But I told him I was delivering cars on his parking. I was delivering cars to them in the morning, which I wasn't. I had snowbirds on, but I had a couple Mercedes on the load because they're snowbirds. They always have Mercedes, Lexuses, Bentleys, Porsches. It seems to be what you always haul when it's snowbird season. Yeah, he was like, "Oh, okay, no problem. But we don't allow people to just park here overnight." I'm like, "Oh, well, yeah, no, I got to deliver to you guys in the morning," and he just let it go. Also, nice thing with being a car hauler. If you're hauling Kias, I don't know if you're really technically allowed to, but if you're running out of time and you know where a Kia dealership is and you can park in their parking lot, and you're going to be out before they come in the morning, no harm, no foul, in my opinion. I've done it before. Question: United Road work through holidays? If you want to, you can. I've never been forced to work a holiday. I don't think I've ever worked a holiday. I mean, maybe like President's Day and those sort of holidays, but like Christmas, Thanksgiving, all that. No. They get, I would say, they probably get 95% of their drivers home for the holidays, and the ones that stay out just don't care. It's not a big deal for them. They're staying out, making a couple pennies. But we get holiday pay. So there's we get $150 for the holiday to begin with. The only thing is I think most of them you have to work the day before the holiday and the next work day after the holiday, which is usually a Monday through Friday. They don't really consider the weekends a work day, but like Thanksgiving, I think you have to work Wednesday and Friday in order to get your holiday pay for Thanksgiving. But again, I mean, for $150, I don't care. And it helps. I mean, it is money. It's $150, but $150 or family time. Family time is light years above a couple extra pennies here or there. But I will say, United Road really takes care of us. I have no complaints. And the only complaint I have is probably what every car hauling company has, is multiple drops. But I don't think there's a car hauling company that you are gonna get all one-stoppers. So it is what it is. Like, I think a couple of the loads that I've put on here, car hauling child, have a good night, buddy, gotta reload. Oh yeah, man. Go ahead, go get loaded, and go make some money. I'm gonna be dumping off here in just a second because my kids are gonna be going to bed, and they're gonna call me any minute. So if this cuts out, that's where I'm probably gonna be. I'm gonna let it ring through, and then I will say bye to you guys and move on from there. And if any of you aren't subscribed, please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm sure if you're here, you're probably subscribed, but that's how you got the notification. But I always gotta say it. But as for how they take care of us, I mean, really, United Road really goes out of their way for their drivers. They really take care of us. Like I've said to many people, if you're a hard worker, the sky's the limit here at United Road. You make as much as you want to. They really, most of the terminals, most people I've talked to, I'm sure some terminals are different, but most of them, man, they let you sink or swim, and that's 100% on you. If you want to work hard, the work's there for you all day long. I mean, any load you want to make, or anytime you want to take a load, they will find you a load. You can work whenever and not whenever. You can work as much as you want to. So however hard you want to work, that's on you. They're not out here just calling you every morning, making sure you're awake, making sure you're running. Why isn't the truck on the road? I have never had that phone call. I don't think I've ever had the call where it's, what's going on? Why aren't you running? So when I got sick, the word I can't say on YouTube, got that sickness because I parked at like 10:30 in the afternoon on a Monday. I got a phone call like, what's going on? But yeah, I have nothing bad to say about this place. Just to be completely honest, there's not really much I would change. That I think any issue you have here is going to be the same issue you have at any other companies. Let's see what else is on here. Have a good night. That's up to your terminal manager about holiday pay. Some terminals pay their drivers working, not a day holiday. Oh, hey, Leonardo, how are you doing? I was talking about you earlier. If I remember correctly, yeah, you're the one that runs the Mazda's 10 car Mazda SUV loads and stuff like that on your trailer. I was talking about that. That's the guy that I was talking about earlier today. That if I ever get up there and run one of those Mazda loads again, I'm going to try to load him the way he does it. I heard United Road is working on our base pay because of all the inflation we're experiencing. I'm hoping. I know that they just came out with that you have your base salary of, and it's probably changed, but it was like a new driver, minimum of $1,000 a week or pay period or something like that. And then they went to, after a year, minimum of like $1,500 a pay period or something. I don't stay on top of it. I really should. And if they changed it, I'm sorry if I misspoke on that. Like I said, I don't stay on top of it. If they're changing the base pay for like all the loads, like our percentage pay, then fantastic. You're good car haulers like you and me and stuff like that. I mean, you're going to be pushing. It has to be $120,000, $130,000, $140,000 on the year easily if they start boosting up the base percentage pay. But then again, don't quote any of what I just said there if they do or if they are gonna or not. 'Cause I have no idea. I'm not in those conversations. Dang man, just seeing this. What ETA on that tire have been stuck on the side of the road for 10 hours before? The longest I've been stuck on the road is about 10, 12 hours down near Richmond, Virginia. But he's behind me changing the tire. Hopefully it'll be I'll be out of here shortly. I have 2 hours left on my day, and I am, what is it, 286 miles from my first drop. And when I left out this morning, I was hoping to make it to my next drop, which is like another 140 miles north of this one. Because the way my load's going, I have a real short drop in West Virginia, then I have to go all the way to the very top. I was hoping to make it to Bridgeport tonight, but I don't think that's going to happen. Twice. I've only had it once. I think Richmond, if I remember correctly, like I blew a tire at like 10 a.m. and I was completely out of drive time when they finally showed up to change my tire. And I want to say I made it up to, what is that, running up to 81. That route goes 81 down to Richmond. It's been a while. It's not 64. That runs over to DC. But that Richmond up to 81, I made it up to whatever that dealership is right there at the top of, right there at the top. I went to a hotel up there, and it was like 2 o'clock in the morning when I pulled into it. I was a very unhappy camper on that one. Before you go, thank you and appreciate the content. Drive safe out there. Yeah, man, I appreciate you guys watching. It really does help these videos. It really helps me. I guess it's motivating to see you guys enjoying these videos and the views and stuff that it gets. That really does help. I get some nasty comments from time to time. That doesn't bother me at all. I got thick skin, but man, every now and then you get those like 5 videos in a row where it's like 100 views, 200 views, and it doesn't do nothing. Man, that is it's as I'm running into a brick wall wanting to do YouTube videos. But man, my last one did real well, and it really does. It pumps you up, gets you wanting to do these things again. Brian, hey man, just wanted to say hi. I met you last year in Jekyll Island while you were fishing. Been watching your. Holy crap! Yeah, that was. Yeah, guys, any of you guys that run Brunswick, I used to run down there all the time, and I don't get over there anymore. But man, I used to keep 2 sets of fishing poles and beach spikes in the side of my truck all the time, because you can go over to the pilot, drop your trailer, go in and tell them, and let them know that you're dropping your trailer. You want to go grocery shopping and do a couple things, and they would say, okay, yeah, that's fine, as long as it's not here like overnight. They won't tow it or anything. I would hook my, lock the tongue of the trailer. I'd run over to, what's it called? I'd run over to, dang, what is it, a Publix or something, right down the road from the Pilot or the Flying J. I'd run right to the grocery store right there, just buy shrimp, a frozen bag of shrimp. I'd go over to Jekyll Island. It's like $8 to drive your cab out to Jekyll Island, and you can park right in their beach access points, walk right onto the beach. I would sit there in a chair for like 4 hours and fish. Loved it. One of my favorite things is fishing. So, yeah, Brian, I can't believe you watch my videos. I do remember talking to you out there. That is awesome. Appreciate you watching. But yeah, maybe one of these days I'll be back over to get to fish again. Yes, I do some Mazdas out of Baltimore. Hope you get out to this side of the road ASAP. Get out of this. Oh yeah, I hope I'm off the side of the road ASAP too. That would be very wonderful, because been here for a while. The guy, I think, he's putting my tires on the truck right now, so maybe a couple more minutes and I'll be out of here. Fingers crossed. At least I can get up to, well, at this time at night, there's going to be no parking spots in Knoxville. So maybe I will run up to Knoxville and go pull into one of the dealerships I used to deliver to when I owned my own trucks. Maybe I will turn around and just back into one of those tonight and go to bed, because I'm not going to get any time, which sucks, because this, breakdowns, these things always happen on like weeks that I have to be home Thursday night, Friday morning. No ifs, ands, or buts. It's my wife's birthday weekend, and it's the first time since our honeymoon that we are going to go on just a quick little vacation this week, and we're going up into Gatlinburg, up to the, we got a cabin up there, and we're just going to be the two of us for the first time in, say, 6 years that we've done anything without the kids. And we don't even go out to dinner without our kids. So I have to be home Friday, and now the load that I have right here goes up to West Virginia, and then I have to go over to Sandusky, Ohio to load a load from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And I was hoping to get something out of Nashville to bring home with me to head back down to Atlanta on Monday. But man, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to offload this load in Murfreesboro this week, because today, what is today? Tuesday. So now I was hoping to be on my way to Ohio tomorrow, but now I'm going to get up there. I was hoping to be loaded tomorrow, so now I'm going to get up there just on my way over to Ohio tomorrow, which means I have to load Thursday morning, which means, yeah, I'm going to have to just bring that load home and deliver that on Monday. See if that's even going to be okay, because I'm sure that's a time-sensitive load. I'll have to call my terminal in the morning and find out. I may just have to grab something else. Damn. I'm doing the hours now in my head going, this damn tire killed me. Nope, he's not putting them on. He just rolled the tire back over the side of my trailer again. Hopefully in a couple seconds here. Let's see if I have any more comments. Thanks. It was a pleasure meeting you. If I could, I would be doing what you do. Keep on hauling. Man, I mean, I don't know. You very well can. I mean, we train. Get a CDL. I'm sure there's your work and home life and stuff like that is just different from what I do, or different from being a car hauler. But yeah, if you ever wanted to, hit me up on the email. My stuff's down below. Use my name as a referral. I get a bonus for it. But yeah, I mean, really, it was a pleasure meeting you down there. That was I miss those days. It's been a while since I've been able to do that. I like beach fishing. I'm much more of a fly fishing guy locally here. Like we go up into the mountains and hike the rivers and streams doing trout fishing up here. That's what I really enjoy. Maybe someday I'll have to do a vlog. I'll have to go to Alaska. It's one of the places I've always wanted to go. Is I want to go fly fishing for salmon in Alaska. That would be freaking heavenly. But one day I'll get to. Let's see. Will you ever do enclosed? I will never say never. I never have, but I would say I'm not opposed to it. The biggest issue I have with enclosed is the home time. If I could, like Pilot Transport here at United Road, they're the enclosed portion of United Road, and I know those guys make good money, but I don't think they get home as often as like I do, or get the freedom to be home as often as I do. and I'm sure those guys are probably not allowed to park with a load of Ferraris on for the weekend. Park that truck at home. I'm sure there's that's not allowed. Might be. I mean, I don't know. I could ask, but I would assume parking with $2 million worth of cars in the back of a trailer for the weekend is frowned upon quite heavily. And I'm sure once you get that car on the trailer, they want it delivered. They want it delivered right away. But yeah, I'm not opposed to doing it closed if I could get a decent run like I have here. Last year you mentioned including your bike rides on your YouTube channel. What about doing some fishing videos on here? I would. I want to include my bike, and me and my wife have gone on a couple rides. We rode the Snake, which is Route 410. It's like, I don't know if you know motorcycles rides around here. I didn't get to do my Iron Butt Challenge this year. It just didn't pan out the way I wanted it to. But the Snake is like the Dragon. It's Route 410, Tennessee into, dang, I want to say Bean Station, but that's wrong. It's into North Carolina. There's a college there. It's a ski town. Beautiful run. It's just those videos don't take off. And the problem that I have, and when you post videos, if you get like 700-800 views per video on average, and like my I think my Harley Davidson video, the last video I did with my bike, I think it got like 200 views total. Like even today, and it's been like 4 months. And a lot of my videos, after a couple months, are usually between, I would say, 1,000 to 3,000 view mark. I don't get massive number of views, but to me, I think that's pretty good. But the Harley Davidson ones, when I post them, they don't take off. But I guess I'll kind of announce it on here. Me and my wife were starting a family channel. We just bought a coach, an MCI bus, a 40-foot diesel pusher, to be able to take the kids on vacations and stuff like that. It's all black with stainless steel bottom. It's a beautiful, beautiful bus. We're probably going to start a secondary channel. We're drafting ideas on that. That channel will probably get more of my motorcycle content, more of fishing, hunting content, which I know hunting content is doesn't do anything on YouTube. They won't monetize anything with, I don't know if I can say the word, but pew-pews. The things that send little pieces of lead very fast downrange. They don't monetize that stuff anymore. And it does do a pretty... They whack your videos. So the hunting might not go on, but the fishing and my Harley and our vacation vlogs, that kind of stuff will go on there if anybody's interested. When we do start the channel, it'll probably be this spring. We're setting the bus up now. I didn't realize when you bought something like a camper, there's a ton of stuff that you got to buy with it. I mean, just you turn around and spend thousands and tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars on these things, and then it's like, oh well, you still need $5,000 more worth of stuff before you can ever even hit the road. So that's what we're in right now: getting cups, getting dishes, blankets, sheets, just all the stuff needed to set it up to be able to travel. We're gonna do some local travels. I tried talking my wife into letting me go to DC with the bus, but I don't think, and I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. I don't think she's gonna let me do that, but I really want to go and at least see it. I don't want to jam things up there, but I want to be able to just see firsthand like what's going on. That's not going to be the maiden voyage on the bus, I can tell you that. But yeah, I would love to put that stuff on this channel. It doesn't do well. I wish it did, because that is fishing, anything outdoors. Fishing, hunting are probably my two biggest passions, besides racing. I grew up racing. I'm a Formula One guy. I can't get into NASCAR. Used to watch it when I was younger. I haven't been able to get into that sport in 15 years. Formula One, I watch every single race. My family watches it with me. My daughters, both of them, my 3-year-old and my 4-year-old, man, when the race is on, they are on either side of me on the couch the whole time. Good family experiences. Sorry, I'm rambling here. Do you prefer quick loader or high rail? Yes. The answer to that is yes. If I was in a sleeper truck, I would want a high rail. 100%. I'd want a high rail so I can do 10. In the day cab, I really love the quick loader. That trailer, it is amazing how easy that trailer is to use, and how much faster it is to load. I mean, when they say quick loader, it really is. If my car's, when I go to Mannheim and I have someone pull my cars and I pull in, I think I literally just spit. When I pull into Mannheim, it literally takes me about 35 minutes to load my truck. All 9 cars, 35 minutes, I'm on the road. I go to West Point, I gotta walk and go get my car. It's about an hour and 10 minutes to load. The high rail took about 45 minutes to an hour if the cars were sitting next to the trailer. Probably about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes to load with, if you had to, like, West Point, had to walk around and go get your loads. So yeah, the quick loader is a lot faster, and I love the damn thing. I never wanted one. I have been against them for years, but damn, those are nice trailers. Let's see. Speaking about hunting, do you know any outfitters in Tennessee? I would love to do some deer hunting out there. Please PM me if you know any. Okay, outfitters, no. I don't know personal outfitters, but I will. I'll get a hold of you if you ever come down this way. I just met a lady this past year that we were allowed to hunt on her property. She owns 240 acres. And if you're going to come down, I'll talk to her, see if you can come out. One of my other buddies, They don't get many deer because it's a cattle farm, but they own like 3,000 acres that I can hunt on. Problem is, like I said, they're mostly doe. So if you're meat hunting, the bucks aren't there because of the cows. They tend to get run off the property, but there's some does in the corners. You can hunt there, and I'll gladly take you with me. We'll go out for a weekend and put you in a deer blind. That lady's property, I met her with my wife did. My wife actually met this lady at Belk, and got talking to her and asked if she would allow us to deer hunt lease, because she said that she owned a lot of property that she has some hunters that hunt on it. So my wife was like, not to be strange, but I mean, could we do like a deer lease with you? She's like, oh, you can just come out, take your kids out, go hunting, whatever you want. The guy that has been hunting the property for like 40-something years, this year he landed a huge 10-pointer. No, sorry, a huge 8-pointer. Just massive beams, a massive rack, but only 8 points. Probably a 6-year-old deer, and then a fantastic 10-pointer on that property. But that property is bucks only, and it's 6-pointer better. Don't shoot the young ones, and don't shoot doe. That's their only rule. The guy that hunts it, her husband passed away. His best friend from high school is the guy that I met that's been hunting that property for like 40 years. So he just said that's their rule. The does, you let them go, and bucks and 6 points or better. Unless if I let my 4-year-old, she's been shooting the 22 rifle. If I can get her the next probably couple years, they don't care. Like my young kids, if they shoot a doe or something like that. My 10-year-old, he's out shooting my 308. If they shoot a doe, that's whatever. But for us, it's bucks only. But yeah, I'll PM me and we can try to figure something out if you're ever coming through Tennessee. Everyone go fishing, I'll take you fishing too. We got giant striper, and when I say giant, I'm talking like 45-pound striper, just south of, it's the dam right in Knoxville. It's treacherous to get into, but we can hike right down the side of the dam, and it's steep. I mean, it's probably 85 feet down of, when you're walking up it, your hand's reaching out in front of you, you're touching the face of the rock. And you walk right on down, right by the dam. They have striper in there that are just massive. When we go fishing down there, we use 40-pound tests with. We use 80-pound tests with 25-pound tippet on the end. And then just a 1-ounce jig, and just white and gray, jig it through the water, smash them. And they also have channel cat down there that are like 80 pounds. Huge channel cat down there. Let's see. You ever been to Valor Ridge or Tactical Response in Camden, Tennessee? I have not. Never even heard of either, but I'm going to look them up as soon as we're done. Tactical Ridge, I'm sure, is a pew pew shop. I got a great little one that I use in my hometown that I go to. Good group of guys. It's twin brothers that own it. That's where I go. But really, my wife is the one that owns all the pew pews. I still only have like 5. So got her into liking guns. So I got her into liking pew pews, so I could buy more, and we happen to buy them all the time. Damn, 35 minutes to load a quick loader. How many years of experience do you have to load that quick? Because it takes me 2 hours to load on a quick loader. I've been doing it 13 years. So this is the start of my 14th year of car hauling. I'd say it probably took me 3 or 4 years to get really fast at it, and that's a lot of that is getting a pattern. The speed of loading is like on my quick loader. I do I put first car on, first car on, second car on, strap them down, raise them up out of the way. Then car 3 behind the cab, 4, 5, 6 across top of the trailer, put them all on, go down the passenger side, throw in all your straps, go up to the driver's side, throw all your straps, come back around, and raise the trailer up, pin everything. Then the next 3, go down the passenger side, strap, driver's side strap, throwing your ramps in, grab your height stick, drop all your decks down, pin them. Then when your height's sticking, I go down the passenger side, checking all my heights. I'd usually put the sticker in at 13.6, walk down. As long as it doesn't touch any roofs, I'm good. And then as I'm putting it away, I go up the driver's side, again, checking all my pins and straps, make sure I didn't forget anything, and I'm on the road. But yeah, it takes about 35-40 minutes to load, as long as you don't have any technical loads. But I will say, guys, there's 10 of you here right now. I right now have 2. I recorded the third one. The audio got screwed up because I got a new app that I'm using that I can now talk on my Bluetooth, so I can be away from the camera while I'm loading or while I'm recording, so I can leave the camera back a little bit and still talk to you guys. I'm playing with getting the audio right on that, but right now I have 2 like 40-45 minute long videos that I've recorded, and I'm going to release here in the next couple weeks full on training videos. They're not going to be on YouTube, just simply because they're going to be boring as all hell. They're going to be long. They're very dry. I mean, it is literally throwing the strap, unloading, what am I thinking here? Throwing the straps, throwing the pins, and I'm talking through the whole thing. They're going to be very long videos, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the join section to become a member, and the way I'm going to set it up is it's only going to be like whatever the cheapest I can do it. $1 to $5 or so. It will steadily go up as I get more videos, because they take a long time to load, to record and edit and upload. But I'm going to start a join section that is going to be literally 100% step-by-step, no cuts, other than like as the car's away from the trailer or I'm walking to go get another car. I'll cut that stuff out, but the actual loading and throwing straps and pinning, all of that will be minute for minute what it actually takes me to do these loads. So if you're new to car hauling and that's something you're going to be interested in, you guys are hearing it first. I'm probably going to announce it in my next video or the video after that. I will actually go live with that. I want to have 4 videos total before I put it up, because I don't want to take like $5 or $1 from you guys if you join. And all of that money is going to specifically go to buying new cameras. Right now I'm saving for a 360 camera, and the same company that makes the 360 camera makes a magnetic camera that I can literally just mount to my chest or my shoulder or something and record while I'm loading. I think the 360 camera is like $400, and that other one is like $250 or something. So I'm saving all my YouTube revenue to buy that stuff, and I'm trying to save, because I don't put any of my personal money into YouTube. It's whatever I make off YouTube just goes back into YouTube. So I'm also saving so I can buy a laptop to be able to get better editing software to make these things a little better. But yeah, that's kind of stuff I'm going for. That's what that whole subscription membership portion of the channel is going to be when it comes out. Yeah, so that's something that's going to be coming probably in the next couple weeks here. I will have that live. let's see, because I just saw a bunch of comments come through. Reed Hendricks at Valor Ridge, James Yanger at Tactical Ridge. Good dudes. Okay, I'll have to go out there and meet those guys because that's something. I love those places. We'll leave it at that. I have some things that I really want to get, and that is something that I will want to talk to them about. Thanks, Matt. We keep in touch about hunting out there. Talking about car hauling now, mid-rail or high rail, what do you prefer? Oh, high rail. High rail, 1,000%. These mid-rails, my opinion, the way I've said it is the mid-rail is designed so you can semi-stack and it's semi-quicker than a quick loader. Semi-quicker than a high rail. My opinion is no. You either go for the high rail for the adjustability, the 10-car loads, and that sort of thing, or you go quick loader. Nothing in between. There's no reason. This quick loader, which I've been on it for about a month and a half now total. Well, actually, it's almost the end of February, so almost 2 months I've been running this trailer. I've gotten faster, but really, I don't think this trailer is much more than like 5, maybe 10 minutes faster than a high rail. So just go high rail or go quick loader, based on whatever your loads are. If you're doing a lot of cars and you can do 10 or 11 most of the time, go with the high rail. If you're doing SUVs and sometimes get to do 10, you're on a day cap, then go with the quick loader. But yeah, definitely high rail or quick loader only. James is having some medical issues, speech issues. James who? And I hope he's doing all right here. God, I hope nothing major happens. I'm looking to get into a Stinger. I want to know, which engine do you prefer, Cummins or Packard? I like Packard personally, over a Cummins. Favorite motor's gonna be a Cat first, then Detroit, then Packard, then Cummins. I never had great luck with Cummins, and Pack cars. The thing with Pack cars is they're extremely expensive to fix, from what I've been told. They're extremely expensive to fix, but if they're running right, they run forever with very little issues. It's just if you start to have issues, it takes a lot of money, kind of like a Caterpillar used to be. I know it's itching. Kind of like Caterpillar used to be. If you have to fix them, they're expensive. Yeah, great motors. I don't have a lot bad to say about Packard, other than for me it seems to be sensor issues is their problem. I'm losing my voice if you can't tell. But guys, I've been on this for an hour and a half. Dang. I think I'm gonna wrap this up. The guy's bolting my tire onto my truck, so I'm sure he's gonna be walking up here in just a minute or two. I'll take one or two more questions if you guys have them real quick, and then I'm going to probably hang this up for the evening, and maybe I'll do another one of these if I get another minute. I really like doing the live videos. I just with the breakdowns, I haven't been able to do my normal early mornings to early evenings parking. I keep having to run to like dang near 10 o'clock because it's like I break down. Then by the time I get to my truck, get everything in it, get loaded, it's killing my my hours here. But well, yeah, I think guys, I'm gonna. He's putting my bar on the side of the truck right now, so I'm gonna jump off here actually right now. Again, please hit the like button if you haven't already. Like I said, I greatly appreciate you guys watching this stuff and keeping in touch. I love meeting you guys. Yeah, he just plugged my air sensors back on. That's what that beeping was that you just heard. I greatly appreciate you guys watching. Like I said, I've met a couple of you guys just recently. I met 3 of you down at West Point last week. I spit again. I don't know what's going on with me today. But yeah, I enjoy doing these videos, guys. I appreciate it. Let's see, I got one last one. I have a high mount CX5308 now with an 06 Century. Always have weight issues on the trailer axles because you just plug the other one in. Because the trailer is heavy. Yeah, even Stingers are going to have weight issues on the trailer. It's very easy to overload your trailer axles, but if you have experience and you can run the CX08 or any high mount 7 car or a bigger trailer, going into a dog hair is floating. Going into a Stinger is going to be a piece of cake. Really, the biggest difference, you got one over your hood. Behind the cab, it's going to load almost like the front 2 on the front of those 8 car, 9 car high mounts. One over the other, except you're tilting the other direction. Biggest thing I would say real quick before I sign off here is your distance from your fist to your elbow. That's the distance you want in between your cars at a minimum. Between the front of the trailer and the back of your head rack. That right there, if you can fit your elbow up in between those cars' bumpers, you should be good on your turns. Always double check, especially if you're hauling like trucks or something like that and they're wide. You got a big truck on the front and back, you can't clip the bumpers. But that is a good rule of thumb. If you can do this in between your bumpers, you have enough space in between those. But guys, it's been a long one. I appreciate it. I really, really do. Smash that like button. Subscribe. If you ever want to come to United Road, please use me as your referral. My name is Matt Wihlen. Information's down below. You can click that button. I think it's Drive for United Road or Drive United Road or something like that.com is how you come over here to get signed up. Put me in the application as your referral, please, 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 because there's a gigantic bonus if you do. For me, anyways, if you guys sign on, I think right now they're offering like up to $10,000 or $15,000 sign-on bonus if you have 5 years of car hauling experience. And then it's like $5,000 or $6,000 if you have a couple years of just regular experience out there. Also, if you are an owner-operator and you want to sign on, you can sign on to United Road. That is $15,000 for, I think, a 9-car trailer or more, or yeah, 9-car trailer, something like that. Either way, guys, I love you. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm signing off here. I'm going to drive my hour up to Knoxville and go to sleep for the night and hopefully make some time and money tomorrow. Guys, I love you. I'm out. Thanks.